Hi, I'm Lyndon Thorpe, the CEO of Flourish Real World Global Communication, and today I'm going to be your teacher on this short online course called Presentations from Scratch. From scratch is an interesting expression. It means from the beginning or without any help, and it first started many years ago when people were running a race. So they'd take a stick and they'd draw a line, scratch a line in the earth or in the ground, and that would be the starting line for the race. So that's how this phrase started, from scratch, from the beginning, from the starting line, of a race. And so that's the title of this course. So on this course, you're not just going to learn speaking skills, presentation skills. You're going to learn many other things too, I hope. And I think by the end of this course, you will enjoy studying a little bit more. Maybe you don't enjoy studying very much. Maybe you have to do it for your parents or for the future. But you need to enjoy it if you're really going to succeed. So on this course, I'm going to try and motivate you to enjoy studying so that you can get these skills very quickly and enjoy it. Okay? I come from Britain. I'm British. Maybe you can hear my accent. Maybe you're more familiar with Americans or Australians, but I'm from Britain, and this is where the original English comes from. So I think British English is quite pure. So you'll have a nice British accent by the end of this course. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to show you what is inside this course so that we can get started, and you'll be doing your first assignments very soon. Okay, so I'm going to see you later. So let's get down to work. As you know, the title of your course is Presentations from Scratch, and the company name is Flourish Real World. And I'm Lyndon Thorpe, your teacher. Okay, let's move on. So what's in this course? Well, there are 10 lessons. You study at your own pace. You can study in the middle of the night or early in the morning, whenever you like, and you can watch the video and audio as many times as you like. One video, one audio for each lesson. There's a vocabulary sheet also for each lesson where you can look at new vocabulary and English definitions. There's an assignment sheet for each lesson. So on there you'll find out what you have to do for the week. And this lesson is free to try. I want you to see if you like working with me. And if you do, to continue, you need to subscribe or go to the shop and buy the course. So I hope to see you for lesson 2. Now, the course aim, this is really important. On any course of study, you should know what your aim is so that you have something to work towards. So in 10 lessons on this course, you're going to achieve this aim. And the aim is to give a head and shoulders 3-minute talk or short presentation suitable for Zoom or Google or whatever platform you use, using visuals, using pictures or images. Now please keep this aim in your mind every lesson. Okay, really important, and you'll get closer and closer to it. And then in week 10 or lesson 10, you'll say, wow, I've done it. Okay? Now, let me talk briefly about language skills. There are 5 in English: speaking, listening, reading, writing, and critical thinking. Now, maybe you think, this is presentations course, so I'm just going to improve my speaking, but that's impossible. You have to improve all of your skills every time you use English, because speaking depends on listening, and maybe you depend on reading and writing. Certainly in this course you will do everything here, and you'll be critically thinking all the time. Okay? So please improve all your skills on this course. Now, let's see if you can do this. I'd like you to read silently, okay? And I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to be silent also. So let's read this together silently, and I will point to each of the words. Try to keep up with me as you read. Here we go. Okay, maybe you finished, maybe you haven't. Don't worry if you haven't. You can do it again when you watch the video a second time. Okay, now let me show you that reading it silently is very different to communicating it. And to communicate it, I need to add other things. Okay, so I'm going to show you now. I'll demonstrate how we can communicate this. This is actually an introduction, and you will use the same kind of introduction for your 3-minute presentation. You put your own information into it. Please look at the assignment sheet, and that will show you how to do that. So let me just perform this and communicate it through the camera to you. Okay, here we go. Good morning. My name's Lyndon Thorpe. I'm a long experienced, highly qualified teacher of English as a foreign, academic, professional language. Today, I'm going to talk briefly about speaking skills in English. So, as time is short, let's get started. Okay, so what am I adding? I'm adding many things here to make this clearer to you. Let's see. Something called non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication means not words. So verbal means words, non means not. So these two women are communicating with each other, but they're not speaking. They're not using words. They're using eyes, mouths, hands, body language. So there are many ways we can communicate apart from words. Let's have a look at some of them. First of all, eye contact is really important. Hand gestures are very important. Facial expressions and smiling, really important. Voice quality, intonation, the music of your speaking, the volume, is it high or low? Speaking speed, are you speaking quickly, moderately or slowly? And are you stressing important information? Silence. Silence is a powerful non-verbal skill. Reaching out to the audience. So I'm talking to you now through the camera. I'm trying to reach out to you and communicate to you. And having positive energy. That's really important when you're presenting, because other people will be inspired by your positive energy. Okay, lesson 1 is nearly over. So what have you learnt from lesson 1? Well, you've learnt the title of the course, the aim of the course, and this is really important. Please keep remembering what your aim or objective or purpose is for this 10-lesson course. You've learnt about English skills in general and how all 5 of them fit together, and so you have to improve all of them, okay? And we've learnt that speaking skills communicate in a different way to reading. Reading is not about communication, really, unless you read out loud. But speaking is exactly about communication. And we use non-verbal communication to make our speaking more exciting and to communicate more directly with the people we're talking to. And you've also learned that starting your talk with an introduction is going to be important. At the end of your talk, you will have a conclusion, which I will teach to you next lesson. Okay. So that's the end of lesson 1, presentations from scratch. Let's see what to expect in lesson 2. Well, you'll have more non-verbal communication, good conclusion. I'll teach you how to make a good conclusion, and I'll talk about the structure of a professional presentation. And so, yes, now you have to go and look at the vocabulary sheet, make sure you've understood all the vocabulary in English, don't translate it. Okay, and look at the assignment sheet for lesson 1 and see what you have to do before lesson 2. Please make sure you do everything on the assignment sheet before lesson 2. Okay, that's it. That's the end of lesson 1. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in lesson 2. So go to the shop and subscribe, and then we can work together. Thank you so much. See you in lesson 2. Bye-bye.